Here it is. 8 points. Bit rude, really. For 10.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to head down to Mount Maroon in southeast Queensland. It's an 8-point SOTA summit. It's about an hour and a half's drive out of Brisbane. It's an easy drive straight out the M3 onto the M5.
I don't seem high enough, man.
Your last chance for getting any supplies is in Yamanto. It's a couple of minor towns, but the shops are a little bit unreliable. The trailhead at the end of Cotswolds Road is really easy to find, and there's no facilities. Alright, this SOTA activation is a little bit of a side trip. We're spending a few days in Brisbane to get away from the cold Melbourne winter weather, which meant I had to get all my radio gear into my luggage. So between my checked baggage and my carry-on, as well as my normal clothing for my holiday, I had to keep everything to an absolute minimum. I've got the G90, I've got an Enfred half wave, I've got the slide winder vertical antenna, and just the basics. I've got no backup gear at all for this trip.
What do we know about Mount Maroon?
It's challenging.
What do they say?
It's challenging.
Challenging?
Did you look at it?
So this is the car park at the trailhead, and it's
8-pointer.
absolutely packed. What do the reviews say?
Everyone loves it. Except one bloke. So we discount him. But everyone loves it. It says it was 10 a.m. or later, forget it.
Hang on, but people walk in the dark to get there. So it is 11:46 a.m.
Record speed.
Record
speed.
What do I call that?
Record speed. Record speed. I am setting the pace.
Oh, how come?
Because see this? See that? There's pricklies here.
Definitely not curated. You're steep, isn't she? Nice. Very early steep start.
Let's do it. We've been really lucky with the weather as well.
You're right, straight up through that gap. That's it. Oh, a bit more, there you go.
Oh my God.
It took us a couple of hours of steep walking to get to the top. It's a good fun walk. It starts off really steep and it increases into a bit of rock scrambling to get through the middle section. It's still an incline up to the top. When you get to the activation zone, as you can see in the video, there's a lot of rocks and the dirt's fairly shallow. There was no way I was going to get my Enfred half wave up because there's simply not enough trees up there that are of any height to be useful. So I ended up deciding to go with the slide winder. The dirt's not quite deep enough to stick your stake into the ground, so I ended up deciding to stick it into a crack between a few rocks. The slide winder with the military whip on it performed really well on this occasion. I ended up getting contacts right across the eastern seaboard. With a slide winder set up, I set about trying to make enough QSOs for the activation. As it turned out, I was really lucky. Some of Australia's SOTA royalty happened to be listening in, and I ended up making some good contacts with some of the guys who are in the top 10 in terms of active SOTA operators in Australia. So on this occasion, I've got my Xiegu G90 radio. It's protected by an armor lock frame. I've got a lithium rechargeable battery with me, which I ended up getting posted to the hotel. And that's all connected to the slide winder antenna. Setup time for this little arrangement is around about 15 minutes. Just depends on the terrain and the effort you've got to go to get those radials out. and get that stake stuck in the ground. With a little bit of a spot on Parks and Peaks, it's all set up, ready to go.
This is a VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta Portable calling from VK4 on SOTA Sierra Echo 013.
A little bit through then, but got you there, Bernie, and yeah, Mount Maroon or something similar. Very appropriate given the conditions that we know. What is my report, over?
Your signal's very good. I'm getting it, it's 5.9 easily here, so your signal's coming through to Mount Maroon nice and clear. Over.
Excellent, thank you very much. Should have looked at it a little bit earlier, I guess. VK3WMD, I'll leave you and hopefully get some more customers. VK1 Mike Alpha.
Good. 1 Mike Alpha, much appreciated for the contact there. That's my first one for Mount Maroon, so I'll persist a little longer, see how I go. 73's 44s, over.
VK1 Alpha Oscar.
VK1 Alpha Oscar. Yeah, this is VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta Portable. I think I had VK1 Alpha Oscar. Go ahead.
Yeah, got you there, Bernie. Yeah, you're up and down, but I'll give you a 5 and 2, 52 from VK1 Alpha Oscar, 52, 5 and 2. And the name here is Alan, Alpha Lima Alpha November. Alan, back to you, Bernie.
Good. Receive that, Alan. Much appreciate the contact there. Signal report back to you at 5.9 plus. Really good signal here. Much appreciated. Looks like conditions might be up and down a little bit today, but that makes you my second contact off Mount Maroon, so much appreciated. Over.
QSL. Good copy that time, Bernie. Good luck with the activation and good to get you in the lot. I think it's our first time, but hope you get a lot more. 73. Talk to you on the next one.
Good. Yeah, roger, 73s.
VK2 India Oscar.
VK2. Can you grab a bit of paper out of my bag there with all a bunch of stuff? VK2 India Oscar, I have you.
Yeah, roger, Bernie. Yeah, get up there to you. You're 4x3 here. 4x3 in Sydney. Over.
Good.
Yeah, you've even come up strong at that. But let's stay with 4x3. No, here is Gerard. Over.
Good. Gerard, yes, I've had contact with you before when I've been out doing SOTAs, so good to hear you there again, much appreciated. Yeah, your signal's coming in really strong. I think, sorry, did I say that already? It's 5.9 plus, over.
5.9 plus, yeah, you're even up to about a 5 or a 6 now.
Good.
Yeah, a lot of kids, so you go down from sort of 0 right up, so there you go. Thanks for the activation there, Bernie. Enjoy.
Good. Yep, receive that, Gerard, much appreciated. That's number 3 for me, so I'll persist here some longer, I'm nearly there. 73s, over.
Yeah, good luck, Bernie. Cheers.
Okay. Yeah, I think I heard a pretty low signal there from VK3 Papa Foxtrot, is that correct? Good. Yeah, good to hear you there, Peter. Thanks for that. I received that 4 and 2. Yeah, strangely though, my signal report to you in return is about a 3-3, over. Mate, yeah, strange to get such a low signal there from you, but much appreciated. Good to hear you there, 73s. VK2 Hotel. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you. VK2 Hotel returning. My name is Bob on the Lower North Shore. Not in a national park, but not far away. Back to you.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, receive that, Bob. Actually, that's come right. Your signal's come right up there. I'm going to give that a 5-7. So signal report back to you is 5-7. Over. And
yep. What's the weather like up there? Is it cold?
Good. Yeah, Bob, strangely, it started off around about 16 degrees when we left the car park before we walked up the peak here. It's actually really calm, a little bit of cloud cover, so it's bearable. I think if the sun was out up here today, it'd be a bit much because it's fairly exposed on the peak here. Over.
Very good. Well, enjoy yourself. Have a lot of fun on the mountain top, and I hope the weather stays as it is. Thanks for taking the call. This is VK2AA starting clear.
Yeah, this is VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta out to VK2 Hotel. Yeah, much appreciated contact there, Bob. Thanks very much, 73s. VK2. Received VK2 Tango Juliet or similar. Over. Oh. John. Signal report there back to you is a 47. 47, over. Yeah, Roger. Thanks very much, John. 73s.
VK2 Hotel Romeo X-ray.
VK2 Hotel Romeo X-ray. I think that was VK2 Hotel Romeo X-ray. Is that correct? Go.
Yeah, VK3 was at WMD. VK3 WMD. VK2 HRX. You're quite low. I'll give you 3 and 3. 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Over.
I received that Hotel Romeo X-ray. Received that 3 and 3. Much appreciated. Name this end is Bernie. And I'll give you the signal report there. You're actually coming in fairly strong there. It's a 5-9. Over.
Yeah, cool. So I've played with a few things here. You're probably a 4 and 4. But thanks for the 5-9 and good to get that park in the log. Thanks for the activation. VK3 WMD. VK2 HRX. 73.
Good. Roger. 73s. VK5 Lima Alpha, I have you. A little bit low there, but fairly clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, right, you're about a 4x3, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3.
I received that VK5 Lima Alpha. You gave me that 4x3. Thanks for that. I'll return that with a, it's actually, you've come up a little bit there, 5-7. Back to you. Over.
You've gone into a fade there, but we've got the signal reports exchange. Thanks again, 73s and 44s, and stay safe. Catch you from the next one. VK3 WMD. This is VK5LA. Cheers, Bernie.
Receive that VK5LA 73s. Thank you. VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta Portable calling CQ SOTA.
VK4 Charlie Papa Sierra.
Charlie Papa. I have VK4 Charlie Papa Sierra, loud and clear there. Go ahead.
Yeah, g'day. Name's Paul, located about 30 kilometres southeast of Toowoomba. Yeah, be interested to know your SOTA summit, and I'll give you a report on the next over.
Good. Yeah, receive that, Paul. So I'm up here on Mount Maroon, which is, what's that, about an hour and a half southwest of Brisbane there. The reference here is Sierra Echo 013, over.
Okay, I've got you about a 4x7, 4x6, and yeah, Mount Maroon, I know that one. I've been up that area, and good to hear someone activating some summits, over.
Good. Receive that, Paul. Yeah, I had a look on the database. This one hasn't been activated for a couple of years. I was a little concerned there might have been some reason for that, but if there is a reason for it, it's probably just the sheer steepness of getting up here, because it's a pretty brutal walk to get to the top. Over.
Yeah, I was the first one to activate that Mount Mitchell many years ago, and it was pretty brutal too. So that's the thing with the SOTA. You've actually got to get out there and take your gear on your back and walk, not just hop out of your car. So it's I think there's a lot more effort involved in doing a SOTA activation, even though you don't have to do a lot of contact. The effort in getting there and back with all your equipment is something else, over.
Yeah, receive that, Paul. Fully understand. These ones make it worthwhile because I think this one's an 8-pointer. Makes up for those ones that are, nearly a drive up. I think sometimes I feel a bit guilty with those, but this one certainly makes you earn your points. Much appreciate the contact there, Paul. Mate, I'll just take a last call now, just in case, but we've got to head back down again too. So thanks very much, 73s.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, you don't hear many SOTA activations in South East Queensland, so it's a bit of a standout. Okay, good luck and cheers, and enjoy your trip back down. Yeah, VK4 CPS, cheers.
Good. Yeah. Roger, 73s. Good.
VK4 Sierra Mike Alpha.
VK4 Sierra Mike Alpha. I have VK4 Sierra Mike Alpha. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. 5 and 5, 65 over.
Receive that Sierra Mike Alpha, 55. I'm getting you really strong there, 59. Good clear signal. I'm not sure where you are. It might not be too far away, I'd say. Over.
Yeah, not too far away, mate. Probably around about an hour's drive from where you up towards Ipswich and Brisbane. Thanks for the 5-9. All the best on getting back down, mate. That's a good effort getting up there. VK3WMD, VK3 mate. All the best, mate.
Good. Roger, 73s. Thank you. This is VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta portable. Just going to pack up now. Much appreciated those stations that checked in. It makes it worthwhile for us climbing these hills. So that's VK3 Whiskey Mike Delta portable out. Yeah, I caught someone down there, very low signal. I will. I'll take one more. Go ahead. Good. I received that VK5 India Sierra, much appreciated. It's good to get you in the log. I've got my partner here poking me in the ribs saying pack up and let's get moving, but it's hard to say no to that last call. So signal report back to you is 44. 44, over. Roger, 73's and out.
So excited. Look at him. Can we pack up and go now? You've had like 13. Apparently no one does this in Queensland. So look at him. So excited.
What time
show
is
me
it?
show me your happy face. Show me your happy face. That was so successful.
Yeah, good little run today, wasn't it?
How come?
Well, we're real. Oh, damn it! My foot's asleep.
Let's pack up before time.
No, don't rush me, baby. Don't rush me.
You can get back. Do you know like it's a drive?
All right. Help me out then.
So there it is. 12 QSOs for Mount Maroon, 1 activation. A little bit of hard work there, but definitely worth the effort and much appreciated for those chasers, especially those legends of Australian SOTA. Until next time, that's VK3WMD out.